We individualize each of the cells for that villain. Like for Flint, do we burn the cell? But it's concrete. Does concrete burn? What does it look like? Do we burn the plexiglass? Well, the company wouldn't have plexiglass that burned because it wouldn't be secure, but is that real? We argue about that, I think, every single episode.
Siler's in the building. Let's go.
Eddie doesn't want me to leave my cell.
The depth of decoration, the depth of thought that goes into each set design is amazing.
Hello, Noah.
One of the tricks of television is that if you're flipping around, as people often do, you want to have a show that looks different. And our show has a very specific kind of color pattern to it so that it doesn't look like anything else. We shoot very widescreen. We shoot on HD, and so all of those things enable us to have a television show which doesn't look like television. We like to think of it as that we're making these little mini features.
Heroes is well known for its big screen look and feel, but most of all, it's renowned for its nerve-jangling cliffhangers.
My name is Siler, and you are not my mother.
But I am, dear. I am. And I loved it. It's such a great twist.
I think it'll be a shock when people see it, and I hope that if it plays the way we intend it to, it'll be like, kind of a bomb for diehard fans.
There were all these hints about what was going to happen. And it was actually Zach that told me a couple of days before I got the script that he thought it was perhaps that he was my son. And I went, no.
I can give you what all boys crave from their mothers.
Siler is, in fact, a Petrelli, and, the long-lost brother.
There were some things about Siler's background. We've never met Siler's father.
I used to wish some stranger would come tell me my family wasn't really my family.
We all are dark-haired, dark-eyed, sort of Italian-esque gentlemen, me and the Adrian and the Milo, so I'm happy to be in good company.
I've waited a long time for this.
When you looked at a photograph of Zach and Adrian and Milo all together, you went, I think we could pull that off.
I remember you. You're like me, aren't you?
The parallels that have been set up between those characters over the first 2 seasons lend themselves to some deeper connection than just a coincidence.
When we had them all together, it suddenly made sense.
One powerful and powerfully demented family.
I'm back.
I have the ability.
Boom.
Who needs God when you've got me?
Our daughter just found me. She's alive. We need to talk, Nathan.
You.
We shouldn't really have been surprised by the latest Heroes shocker. They've been doing this to us on a weekly basis since the show began.
It's a very practical thing in American television. We go into a commercial, particularly the commercial at the half hour, which gives our audience the opportunity to jump someplace else. In the States, we have 500 channels, so you never know where someone's going to go. So the idea is to continue to hold on to them breathlessly.
The writers do a really good job of ending an episode in a way that you're like, what? No.
One of those things where, you can't guess what happens in the second episode. Well, what? Have you read the script? No. Well, we can't tell you. What do you mean you can't tell me?
You immediately just gravitate toward wanting to see the next chapter and the next episode.
That's the fun of our show. And if we manage to tell a story that at the end of the hour, your desire is to see another one right away, then we've done our job properly.
There's definitely a lot of cliffhangers this season, and even when I was reading the script, I was just blown away. I was like, oh my God, when are we getting the next one?
For those who can't wait until next week, here's what Heroes has in store.
And the very next episode starts now on BBC Three and on BBC HD. For exclusives and to have your say, go online at bbc.co.uk/heroes.